contemplation, followed by when we contemplate it, when we think about them again and again, then attachment come, and with the from this attachment the lust develop. When the lust is fulfilled, then greed comes, and the when lust is not fulfilled, then anger arises. Everything is attached to contemplating. So why we have to think about the sense gratification or any other person? We can think about a Krishna. We don't have time for the Krishna, but we have the time for other persons. Means somewhere we are doing something wrong. Okay. So yes, even there is someone share me something. Just give me 1 minute. Yes, and also in the Bhagavad Gita we hear na lust, anger, greed are the three gates of a hell. So if anyone wants to go in a hell, they can try this lust, anger, greed. Okay. So when lust is satisfied, then it develop into greed. I want more and more. And when lust is registered, or when lust is not fulfilled, then anger come. And when you get everything, then you develop proud. I'm capable. I deserve this. No, you don't deserve anything. You are doing stupidity. And then why he not me? When we think, okay, he got he or she got this thing, but why not me? Then envy comes. And when we think this is mine, this person is mine, this object is mine, this property is mine, it means you are in illusion. Because what we learn in Isha Upanishad, Ishavasyam idam sarvam yatkincha jagatyam jagat tena taktena bhunjita magritah kasya svedhanam. So for everything is controlled and owned by Lord Krishna, everything belongs to him. And so whatever he has given me in my quota, I have to offer this thing to Krishna, not from the others quota. For example, a husband and wife, they can have a loving relationship with each other only. They cannot go outside the marriage. Okay. And for example, you have some property, so in case you have some farm, so whatever grains and fruits you are growing, that you can offer it to Krishna. You cannot go from the you cannot collect the fruits and other things from the others farm and can offer it to Krishna. No, you have to offer from your farm only. You have to offer from your quota only. So this was a very important shloka. That's why I explained a lot. So yes, now we can start with uh, our book reading. So, Hare Krishna, everyone. Welcome to Srila Prabhupada Book Reading Club. Currently, we are reading Chant and Be Happy, and we are on chapter 1. Today, we will try to cover the chapter 1, and tomorrow, we will enter for the entire chapter. We can take the summary, or we can we can talk about the takeaway points from the conversation between the Mukunda and the George Harrison. Okay, so let's start our session by offering the prayers. ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरं मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपं कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरु श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सगण रघुनाथान्वितं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहित कृष्ण चैतन्य देवं श्रीराधा कृष्ण पादान् सगण ललिता श्री विशाखान्वितांच। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधो जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभो नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्ण प्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामिन इति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। मुखं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुलङ्गायते गिरि यत्कृपात्तहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुदीनतारुणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्य ईश्वरं। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. So Hare Krishna, those who want to read, they can raise their
Krishna.
hand. Hare Krishna. So who wants to become Mukunda and George?
Yes, Mataji.
We can discuss fast so that we can cover our
Yes, Mataji,
topics.
I
Mataji, I
can
agree.
become Mukanda.
Okay. So Snigdha. Okay.
Yes, Mataji.
Let's give chance to the Madhuri Mataji, na?
Okay,
Madhuri
Mataji.
Mataji,
No
would you
issue.
like to become George?
Yes,
And
Mataji.
Guneshri Mataji, would you like to become Mukunda?
Yes, Mataji.
Okay. So Guneshri Mataji, you can start, and Madhuri Naik Mataji, you can start with the George. Okay. Hare Krishna. So
Hare
today we are
Krishna.
on the topic God is a person. So people, what the people thinks, God is a impersonal. God is some energy. God is some light. But this is not for. This is not true. God is a person. When we sit for the chanting, when we don't chant nicely, then Krishna also don't feel. Krishna don't like it. Krishna don't feel good. When we leave the Krishna, come in this material world and engage ourselves in sense gratification, Krishna doesn't like, because why you are leaving our home, like when you why you are living the happy place, and why you are going in a material world and there is suffering, and there also you are forgetting me, then what's the use? So yes, he's a person, he also feel good, he also feel bad, he also get the angry. Okay, but he is so merciful. Yes, now you can start. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. God is a person. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Yes, I like it. If people can understand the Lord's message in the Bhagavad Gita, they can become truly happy. A lot of people, when they just get started in spiritual life, worship God as impersonal. What's the difference between worshipping Krishna or God in his personal form and worshipping his impersonal nature as energy or light?
Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna. It's like the difference between hanging out with a computer or hanging out with a person. Like I said earlier, if there is a God, I want to see him. Not only his energy or his light, but him.
What do you think is the goal of human life?
Each individual has to burn out his own karma and escape from the chains of Maya, illusionary energy, reincarnation, and all that. The best thing anyone can give to humanity is God consciousness. Then you can really give them something. But first, you have to concentrate on your own spiritual advancement. So, in a sense, we have to become selfish to become selfless.
What about trying to solve the problems of life without employing the spiritual process?
Life is like a piece of string with a lot of knots tied in it. The knots are the karma you're born with from all your past lives, and the object of human life is to try and undo all those knots. That's what chanting and meditation in God consciousness can do. Otherwise, you simply tie another 10 knots each time you try to undo one knot. That's how karma works. I mean, we are now the results of our past actions, and in the future, we'll be the result of the actions we are performing now. A little understanding of as you sow, so shall you reap is important because then you can't blame the condition you're in on anyone else. You know that it's by your own actions you're able to get more in a mess or out of one. It's your own actions that relieve or bind you.
In the Srimad Bhagavatam, the crest jewel of all the Vedic literature, it's described how those pure souls who live in the spiritual world with God have different types of rasas or relationship with Him. Is there any special way you like to think of Krishna?
I like the idea of seeing Krishna as a baby, the way he is often depicted in India, and also Govinda, the cowherd boy. I like the idea that you can have Krishna as a baby and feel protective of him, or as your friend, or as your guru, or master type figure. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji. So yes, you can continue next also, but like we will give little description here. Okay. So yes, like God is a person. Like if a God is a person, then like you're not interested in his in energies, and you are not interested in like light emanating from his body. You are interested in that person. And then what the Mukunda asked, then what you think, what is the goal of human life? Then George says that the goal of a human life is to burn out own karma and escape from the chains of the Maya. So this human life is not for the sense gratification. This human life is for, like, okay, like till now you are thinking about your senses, now think about the Lord's senses. Like till now you are suffer a lot in a colors of a lifetime. Now, like, this is the time to get out of the suffering. And as the Namnishta Das Prabhuji give the like example, like you are suffering in a jail for the from the thousands of years, from the colors of year. Now you get the 1 minute time, and the jailer comes and say, please get out of this jail. This gate is open for the 1 minute, and you are interested in talking with your girlfriend, boyfriend, or you are talking with the other jail peoples, or you are entangled in a sense gratification. Then you are going to lose that 1 minute, then you have to suffer here only. So this 1 minute time is the human form of life. So this time is so short. Don't think this is you have the big you have the like a huge time. No, this time is very short, and this time you have to change your consciousness from my sense gratification to the Krishna's sense gratification. And every purport, what Prabhupada is saying, if you try to gratify your senses, you are going to entangle more and more. You are going to suffer more and more. And like till the age of a 25, 30, 40, 50, 60, people like don't everyone has feel this suffering. Na? Everyone has faced the Adi Bhautik, Adi Atmik, Adi Bhautik, Adi Atmik, and what we say, there are
Adi
yes,
Devi.
Adi Daivik. Yes, Adi Daivik. All are suffer from this three tapas. Like we all are suffer from these threefold miseries. Then also, like, still we are not convinced. Okay, if I do the sense gratification, I will be happy. Are you fool or what? Like, are we fool? Like, because we have the experience of a 30 years. If I engage myself in a sense gratification, I have suffered. Now, like, at least now we have to use our intelligence. Okay, in my past 25 years, past 20 years, I tried to do sense gratification and I didn't get the happiness. If I get the happiness, that is for the sometime, but after that I suffer a lot. Now, like, now I'm thinking that if I do the sense gratification, I will become happy. No, 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 this is very wrong understanding. I should follow the Prabhupada. Whatever Prabhupada is saying is correct, and he is the well wisher of me. He's the pure devotee of a Lord. So I should hear from the Prabhupada. I should follow the instruction of Prabhupada. If I follow the instruction of my mind, okay, this is just a food with the onion garlic, let's eat it. Like, what will happen if you once eat once, or let me chit chat with the one boy, like he for the few time I'm feeling very good. But you are, for that 5 minute pleasure, you are breaking four regulative principle. Prabhupada is saying chant 16 round, follow the four regulative principle. I'm going to take you go back to the Godhead. Who is going to give you this promise? That boy or that girl? Like like when we entangle with that, like we have here the story of Puranjana born as Puranjani, because he is entangled with that. But on other hand, if you are attached to Krishna, when you are singing about the Krishna, when you are singing his bhajans, when you are reading the shlokas, when you are reading the Prabhupada's books, when you hear the classes from the seniors, when you are chanting, you don't have time for all of these things. Your total schedule should be busy. Okay, like if I get the 5 minute time, I will read this paragraph. If I get the 5 minute time, I will recite the shloka. Your schedule should be full of all things. There should be no space for the sense gratification. If you give the 0.001 mm like a hole for the Maya will come, and if Maya is going to destroy by 7 on a job, then like why we think like only for the 2 hours I will chant and after that I can live in a material world? No, it is offensive. Like committing mistakes on the strength of a holy name. It is the seventh offense. And like when you are like chanting with the offense, like for the millions of years you are chant the 16 rounds, you are not going to get purified only. What to speak about going back to the Godhead? So we have to chant very carefully, and we have to very careful not to engage in a sense gratification, and on the other hand holding the uh, holding the mala, it is offensive. Okay. And even like some people has committed the offenses, now this is the chance. Ajamil get the second chance, so now you also get the second chance. So don't waste this chance, like, because last time I suffered, now I don't want to suffer. You have to use your intelligence. And how to sharpen our intelligence? By reading the Prabhupada books, by hearing the Harikatha, and by hearing the lectures from the senior devotees. So, and here what the George says, like he's not just a George, he's a George Prabhu. Okay, like Prabhupada has promised him to take him back to the Godhead, and now he's in Golok Vrindavana. Okay, so as you sow, so shall you reap. So like if you sow the sense gratification, then what will become? Like what the fruits of a suffering will become. Okay, but on other hand, if you sow the seed of a devotional service, then the like real happiness, like a permanent happiness, and you are going to free from this suffering. You will get the eternal happiness, you will get the our real home. Okay, so don't entangle ourselves in a sense gratification. Don't think chalta hai. Don't think like सिर्फ 1 मिनट कर लेते हैं. Don't think 5 मिनट से कुछ नहीं होगा. सब होता है, सिर्फ वही 5 मिनट आपको फंसाता है. Don't माया के साथ खेलो नहीं. फॉलो द इंस्ट्रक्शन ऑफ आवर नाम निष्ठा दास प्रभु. नहीं चलता है, बिल्कुल नहीं चलता है. चलता है फिर से जन्म लेना पड़ेगा. ओके, और फिर कुत्ता सुअर कुछ भी बन सकते हैं, है ना. तो why to take chance? Then more is the mess out of a one. It's your actions that relieve or bind you. So don't think it is a condition ऐसा था इसलिए ऐसा हुआ. नहीं, आपने चूज किया to do that sinful act. आपने चूज किया. Like हम जो भी अभी भुगत रहे हैं, like whatever we are suffering or whatever we are enjoying, it is due to our own action. Don't think it is due to the condition or it is due to something. No, like you are responsible. Until and unless you take the responsibility, until and unless you take the accountability for that sinful act or like whatever you have done, like you are not going to change yourself. Otherwise you will simply play the victim card. उसने मेरे साथ ऐसे किया, कंडीशन ऐसा था, ये हुआ, कंडीशन सही था, खाने के लिए कुछ नहीं था तो मैंने अनियन गार्लिक का खा लिया. अरे बाबा वहां पे फ्रूट्स भी था. There is some milk products also, you can also take that. Don't blame the conditions, use your intelligence. And so so that like if you choose the Krishna, then Krishna will choose you. If you choose the sense gratification, then you are going to suffer. Okay,
Yes, Mataji.
so don't think chalta hai, don't think like condition sahi nahi tha. Like take the responsibility. I have like मैंने 4 regulative principle break किया है. Think that like like yes, मुझसे गलती हुआ है. Now I have to improve. Like I have to improve. I'm in future I'm not going to commit the same mistakes, because in like we are reading the Lord Chaitanya, his life and his teaching in that book. Yes, Lord Chaitanya is so merciful. He accept the very sinful person from this material world also, but on one condition. Anyone remember that condition? Anyone? Vinod Prabhu, Muttamanikam Prabhu, Guneshri Mataji, what was the condition?
Yes, Mataji, I remember.
Yes, Mataji?
वो गलती
What
फिर
was
से नहीं होनी चाहिए.
Yes. So yes, like if you have the committed thousands and crores of impious activities, yes, then also Mahaprabhu is going to accept you, but on one condition. Now you are not going to repeat the same things. So this is the thing. Okay. So don't think that we can commit sinful activities and we can chant. No, it is offensive. And Mahaprabhu, like earlier we are offending Mahaprabhu, because what the Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur used to say is small beats, these are the lotus feet of Lord Chaitanya, and when we are chanting, we are the massaging the lotus feet of Lord Chaitanya. Okay, so we have to chant with this bhava. And how we can offend our Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? He's like, we know how sinful we are, then also he is taking like he's like showing his like mercy on us. Then how we can offend him? Like it is very cruel. We shouldn't do this. Okay, so yes, Gunashri Mataji, are you there?
Yes,
Would you like to
Mataji.
continue, Mataji?
Yes,
Madhuri Mataji?
Mataji. Yes, Mataji.
Yes, Mataji.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, you can continue.
My sweet Lord, I don't think it's possible to calculate just how many people were turned on to Krishna consciousness by your song, My Sweet Lord. But you went through quite a personal thing before you decided to do that song. In your book, you write, I thought a lot about whether to do My Sweet Lord or not, because I will be committing myself publicly. Many people fear the words Lord and God. I was sticking my neck out on the chopping block. But at the same time, I thought, nobody's saying it. Why should I be untrue to myself? I came to believe in the importance that if you feel something strong enough, then you should say it. I wanted to show that Hallelujah and Hare Krishna are quite the same thing. I did the voice singing Hallelujah and then the change to Hare Krishna so that people would be chanting the Maha Mantra before they knew what was going on. I had been chanting Hare Krishna for a long time, and this song was simple idea of how to do a Western form equivalent of a mantra which repeats over and over again the holy names. I don't feel guilty or bad about it. In fact, it saved mainly a heroin addict's life. Why did you feel you wanted to put Hare Krishna on the album at all? Wouldn't Helen Luja alone have been good enough?
Well, first of all, Hallelujah is a joyous expression the Christians have, but Hare Krishna has a mystical side to it. It's more than just glorifying God, it's asking to become His servant. And because of the way the mantra is put together with the mystical spiritual energy contained in those syllables, it's much closer to God than the way Christianity currently seems to be representing Him. Although Christ in my mind is an absolute yogi, I think many Christian teachers today are misinterpreting Christ. They are supposed to be representing Jesus, but they are not doing it very well. They are letting him down very badly, and that's a big turn off. My idea in my sweet Lord, because it sounded like a pop song, was to sneak up on them a bit. The point was to have the people not offended by Hallelujah, and by the time it gets to Hare Krishna, they are already hooked and their feet are tapping, and they are already singing Hallelujah to kind of lull them into a sense of false security. And then suddenly it turns into Hare Krishna, and they will all be singing that before they know what's happened, and they will think, hey, I thought I wasn't supposed to like Hare Krishna. People write to me even now asking what style that was. 10 years later, they are still trying to figure out what the words mean. It was just a little trick, really, and it didn't offend. For some reason, I never got any offensive feedback from Christians who said we like it up to a point. But what's all this about Hare Krishna? Hallelujah may have originally been some mantric thing that got watered down, but I'm not sure what it really means. The Greek word for Christ is Christos, which is, Mataji, please scroll. Let's face it, Krishna and Christos is the same name actually.
What would you say is the difference between the Christian view of God and Krishna as represented in the Bhagavad Gita?
When I first came to this house, it was occupied by nuns. I brought in this poster of Vishnu. You just see his head and shoulders, and his forearms holding a conch shell and various other symbols. And it has a big Om written above it. He has a nice aura around him. I left it by the fireplace and went out into the garden. When we came back into the house, they all pounced on me, saying, who is that? What is that? As if it were some pagan god. So I said, well, if God is unlimited, then he can appear in any form, whichever way he likes to appear. That's one way. He is called Vishnu. It sort of freaked them out a bit. But the point is, why should God be limited? Even if you get him as Krishna, he is not limited to that picture of Krishna. He can be the baby form, he can be Govinda, and he can manifest in so many other well known forms. You can see Krishna as a little boy, which is how I like to see Krishna. It's a joyful relationship. But there's this morbid side to the way many represent Christianity. Christianity today, where you don't smile because it's too serious and you can't expect to see God. That kind of stuff. If there is God, we must see Him. And I don't believe in the idea you find in most churches where they say, no, you're not going to see Him. He's way up above you. Just believe that we tell you and shut up. I mean, the knowledge that's given in Prabhupada's books, the Vedic stuff, that's the world's oldest scriptures. They say that man can become purified, and with divine vision, he can see God. You get pure by chanting, then you see him. And Sanskrit, the language they are written in, is the world's first recorded language. Devanagari, the Sanskrit alphabets, actually means language of the gods.
Anyone who is sincere about making spiritual advancement, whatever one's religion may be, can usually see the value of chanting. I mean, if that person is really trying to be God conscious and trying to chant sincerely.
That's right. It's a matter of being open. Anyone who's open can do it. You just have to be open and not prejudiced. You just have to try it. There's no loss, but the intellectuals will always have problems because they always need to know. They are often the most spiritually bankrupt people because they never let go. They don't understand the meaning of to transcend the intellect, but an ordinary person's more willing to say, okay, let me try it and see if it works. Chanting Hare Krishna can make a person a better Christian too. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, only like last two pages you can continue. This is the last
Okay.
conversation, karma and reincarnation.
Okay, Mataji. Karma and reincarnation. In I, me, mine, you speak about karma and reincarnation, and how the only way to get out of the cycle is to take up a bona fide spiritual process. You say at one point, everybody is worried about dying, but the cause of death is birth. So if you don't want to die, you don't get born. Did any of the other Beatles believe in reincarnation?
I'm sure John does, and I wouldn't want to underestimate Paul and Ringo. I wouldn't be surprised if they are hoping it's true. You know what I mean? For all I know, Ringo might be a yogi disguised as a drummer.
Paul had our latest book coming back, The Science of Reincarnation. Where do you think John's soul is now?
I should hope that he's in a good place. He had the understanding, though, that each soul reincarnates until it becomes completely pure, and that each soul finds its own level, designated by the reactions to its actions in this and previous lives.
Bob Dylan did a lot of chanting at one time. He used to come to Los Angeles temple and came to the Denver and Chicago temple as well. In fact, he drove across the United States with two devotees once and wrote several songs about Krishna. They spent a lot of time chanting.
That's right. He said he enjoyed the chanting and being with them. Also, Steve Wonder had you on one of his records, and it was great. The song he put the chanting in Pastimes Paradise.
When you were in Vrindavan, India, where Lord Krishna appeared, and you saw thousands of people chanting Hare Krishna, did it strengthen your faith in the idea of chanting to see a whole city living Hare Krishna?
Yeah, it fortifies you. It definitely helps. It's fantastic to be in a place where the whole town is doing it. And I also had the idea that they were all knocked out at the idea of seeing some white person chanting on beads. Vrindavana is one of the holiest cities in India. Everyone, everywhere chants Hare Krishna. It was my most fantastic experience.
You write in your book, most of the world is fooling about, especially the people who think they control the world and the community. The presidents, the politicians, the military, etc., are all jerking about, acting as if they are lord over their own domains. That's basically problem one on the planet.
That's right. Unless you're doing some kind of God conscious thing and you know that He is the one who's really in charge, you're just building up a lot of karma and not really helping yourself or anybody else. There's a point in me where it's beyond sad seeing the state of the world today. It's so screwed up, it's terrible, and it will be getting worse and worse. More concrete everywhere, more pollution, more radioactivity. There's no wilderness left, no pure air. They are chopping the forest down, they are polluting all the oceans. In one sense, I am pessimistic about the future of the planet. These big guys don't realize for everything they do, there's a reaction. You have to pay. That's karma.
Do you think there is any hope?
Yes, one by one, everybody's got to escape Maya. Everybody has to burn out his karma and escape reincarnation and all that. Stop thinking that if Britain or America or Russia or the West or whatever becomes superior, they will beat them. And then we'll all have a rest and live happily ever after. That doesn't work. The best thing you can give is God consciousness. Manifest your own divinity first. The truth is there, it's right within us all. Understand what you are. If people would just wake up to what's real, there would be no misery in the world. I guess chanting a pretty good place to start.
Thank you so much, George.
All right, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna Mataji, Pranam.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Thank you, Mataji. Actually, for last 5 minutes, I'm not able to hear. I think I have some network issue or some tech issue. So thank you for all for joining. So today we cover the first chapter. This is a very beautiful discussion between the Mukunda and George Harrison. So tomorrow we will summarize the first chapter, take out takeaway points, and we will from like a day after tomorrow, like we can start the other chapter two. So thank you for everyone for joining. वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः अनन्तकोटि वैष्णववृन्द की जय
जय
श्रीला प्रभुपाद की जय हरे
जय
कृष्णा
हरे
Krishna
हरे
Mataji.
कृष्णा
थैंक यू
थैंक यू
माताजी
माता
थैंक यू
जी
प्रभु
Hare
जी
Krishna, Hare
कृष्ण
Krishna.
धन्यवाद
धन्यवाद
माता जी
माता जी
सिंबल
धन्यो
डिलीवरी
धन्यो प्रभु जी धन्यो
यस धन्यवाद प्रभु जी
माता जी इट इज which book माता जी
प्रभु जी it is a chant and be happy
oh it's continuing
yes
हरे कृष्ण
हरे
Hare
कृष्ण
Krishna.